For the fifth month in a row, Toronto housing prices have gone up again, and we're seeing a few trends continue. The overall lack of inventory, although I will say that for the first time this year, we are seeing encouraging signs of new inventory coming, especially in the last 2 weeks. We've now seen month-over-month price growth 4-5 months in a row, and the demand continues to be there in the Toronto housing market. As you can tell, I'm not in my regular setup. That's because I have some family stuff going on this weekend, but the market will not wait for me to get back to the city on Monday. So I want to do this video today for you, show you everything that I would want to know if I was a potential consumer getting into the market or someone that owned real estate here in the city of Toronto. My name's Tom Story, and I want to thank you for being back here on this channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button on this video. You can also go into the first link in the description and book a call with me at a time that works for you. I've been able to meet so many awesome people from this YouTube channel. So if you have any questions or want to get into the market this year, just check out the link below. All right, let's waste no time here. Let's get right into it. I got some slides I want to show you. Let's go through it. I'd love to know in the comments what you think about this, because there's also another side of this where many people think this is the beginning of the slowdown of the market. And I don't even necessarily disagree. I think that prices probably are going to hover over the summer months. I think that June's still going to be a pretty active market, but then July and August should kind of tail off a little bit because there's not going to be a lot of inventory, but demand falls off a little bit in the summer as well. But let's see what the numbers are saying from January till May. Let's start with the year-over-year comparisons. Okay, so 9,000 sales this year in May and 7,000 last year. That means sales are actually up 24% compared to last May. New listings, 15,000, where last year we had 18,000. Now, that's going to be reported as new listings being down 18%, so still not enough new inventory. However, if you go back to April of 2023, the new listings was only 11,000. So we are getting more inventory coming than we previously seen, and that is a good thing. We desperately need that. The active listings is down 23%, and your average price now compared year over year is down 1.2%. So every month, that year-over-year number, we're seeing it tail off a little bit, right? Started at 18% in February, then 14%, then 7%, and now we're just over 2% lower than we were at the same point last year. And keep in mind, that's with much higher interest rates. If we jump to the next page here, it's showing you different asset classes. So your detached properties in the 416 area code, just under $2 million. That's jumping up significantly from where it was. Semi-attached, 1.4. Townhouses, over $1 million. And your condo apartments at $782,000. The 905 numbers are going to be slightly less, which then gives you the overall changes in the market that we are seeing. But now, what we want to look at is where the sales are actually happening. And this is the number that's always the biggest indicator for me in terms of where the demand is actually happening. So condo apartments still are about 30% of all the sales that have happened so far this year. Now, what this chart is showing you is every single transaction that has taken place so far in 2023. So almost 10,000 condos have sold, over 13,000 detached properties have sold, 2,600 semis, 2,800 townhouses that are freehold, and 2,300 condo townhouses. Now, on the condo side of things, and we've talked about this before, where is all the demand happening? It's happening between $5 and $599 with 2,500 transactions, $6 and $699 with another 2,500 transactions, and then $7 to $799. So under $700,000 is still representing most of the market. And then the same thing over here on the detached side, right? Where are the transactions happening? Almost 3,000 transactions in each category between $1 million and 1.249 and 1.25 and 1.5 million dollars. Those are the pockets of the markets with the most amount of traction. What I also want to show you is going over from January till now, different asset classes. Now, this is just the 416 area code, exactly what we've seen with the price growth overall. So let's start with the entire market. So the GTA market, from January, we are at 1,038,000. Now we're at 1.196. So you have seen a significant uptick. That's well over $100,000 of average price increase, with sales tripling in May from what they were in January, but then keeping in mind that January was a historically low month for sales volume. Condo market as well jumped up again in May, an average sale price of $784,000, where they started the year at $711,000, with more transactions happening this month than any month previously. Detached is where you see the biggest jump off, where obviously the bottom of the market for detached looks like it was January. Jumped up again in February, then March, then April, and now we've had a significant increase here in May, with more sales happening, with the average sale price over $1.9 million. The peak of the market, going back to February 2022, you saw detached properties at 2.1 million. So we're still not at the peak. And like, of course, we're not at the peak. That would be crazy if we got back there already. But these numbers, for me, have gone up faster than I think a lot of people anticipated. Now, there's also a lot of talk about a potential rate hike coming in June because the demand back in the market and the inflation numbers. So that's why I do think that you're not going to see this increase in prices happen over the summer. It is going to cool off. And then the fall will all depend on where the inventory levels are at. Again, 70 detached, a pretty interesting similar story here, starting the year at 1.15, now at $1.4 million. A ton of demand for this type of property getting into that freehold segment, with 286 properties selling in the 416 area code. To wrap up the video today, we're going to talk about townhouses. Townhouses are over $1 million. They jumped up just a little bit from April, but with more transactions taking place. So to summarize where the market is at today as we head into June, more inventory is coming. Offer dates are not working all the time anymore. We are seeing showings slowly come down from maybe where they were last month in terms of the overall traction for properties, right? We're also seeing sellers get a little bit greedy again, right? They're getting 5-6 offers on a property, but they don't want to take any of them because they thought prices would continue to go up even more significantly. But it's looking like from at least last month to this month, yeah, we've had an increase. It's not significant, but we should kind of ride it out here over the summer. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it very informative and valuable. My name is Tom Story, and remember, home is where your story begins.